Courage is heavier than steel, yet lighter than a whisper carried on the wind. Many have stood at the edge of impossible choices, feeling the tremor of fear, knowing that the path of righteousness demands risk. Some walked into battles that no one witnessed. Some spoke truths that could have cost them everything, and yet their souls burned with quiet fire. Today, I will guide you through the hidden power behind such choices, the kind of courage that does not shout but acts in silent integrity. In this video, you will discover why the soul itself recognizes bravery, how fear becomes the doorway to mastery, and why stepping forward is never about privilege but readiness to align with higher principles. You will learn the subtle teachings of Shaolin wisdom that have guided warriors, monks, and sages for centuries, lessons rarely spoken aloud, hidden in the folds of history and practice. These are not tales of mere survival, they are the codes of inner transformation that turn risk into sacred action and ordinary decisions into the foundation of true mastery. By the end, you will understand how righteous action, even in the face of danger, creates a resonance within the body, mind, and spirit, a resonance that the universe itself honors. You will see how the chosen ones are recognized, not by glory or reward, but by their readiness to stand unwavering when the stakes are highest. Welcome to Shaolin Soulfire, a space where ancient wisdom meets modern reflection, where the silent strength of the warrior becomes a guide for everyday life. Subscribe now to join our journey and let the fire of understanding awaken within you. Today, courage will speak, and the lessons it carries will echo far beyond the moment. True courage is measured not by what we conquer outside, but by what we choose to stand for within. A dangerous risk for righteousness is a step taken not for wealth, recognition, or comfort, but for the quiet call of justice, truth, or moral alignment. It is a path that whispers in the soul before it reaches the ears of the world, guiding action when the mind trembles and the heart questions. In the hidden valleys of Shaolin history, monks and warriors alike have faced such moments. They did not seek battle for glory, nor challenge for vanity. They stood where it mattered, where the outcome could change the lives of many or end their own. Yet their strength was not in the swing of a sword, but in the discipline that had honed their bodies, the clarity that sharpened their mind, and the courage that rooted them to principle. This is the path of the warrior. As the Shaolin masters teach, a way of harmony between fear and action. The warrior sees danger, yet does not flinch. The warrior knows the weight of choice, yet moves forward with steady purpose. Discipline trains the body to obey the soul. Clarity reveals the course that is just, even when it is uncertain. Courage lights the step, even when shadows threaten to swallow it. Every act of righteous risk leaves an imprint upon the spirit. The quiet strength gained from standing for what is right becomes a foundation for mastery, teaching the seeker that honor is born in the moments when fear and principle meet. It is not the applause of others that marks the deed, but the resonance it leaves within, the awakening of something deeper, unseen yet eternally alive. Courage grows from a place that is quiet, still, and unmoved. It is not born in haste or impulse, but in the depths of presence, when the mind rests fully in the moment, and the heart no longer chases what is imagined or feared. The Shaolin masters speak of rooted presence as the foundation of all true action, the anchor that holds the spirit steady even when storms rage outside. In the training halls of Shaolin, a novice learns first to breathe with awareness, to feel each step as it touches the ground, to sense the flow of energy through the body. Every movement, no matter how small, is practiced with attention, as if the entire universe watches in silence. This discipline cultivates a mind that does not scatter, a spirit that does not falter. The warrior who masters presence can face danger with clarity, making decisions that are precise and unshaken by fear. Rooted presence transforms the ordinary into the extraordinary. A single breath becomes a guide, a single thought, a compass. In the midst of uncertainty, it allows the body to move as if by instinct, yet with intention. It allows the mind to act with insight, yet without hesitation. Ancient Shaolin wisdom reminds us that the world tests not only strength but stillness, and that true mastery is the ability to remain calm and centered while every force seeks to distract or dislodge us. Through rooted presence, action and awareness become one. The body learns to trust the mind learns to trust the heart, and the heart learns to trust the flow of life itself. In this alignment, courage is not loud or forceful. It is steady, unwavering, and radiant. It emerges naturally, like a mountain standing firm through centuries of wind and rain, unmoved, unshaken, yet alive with enduring strength. The path of action is often lined with shadows, illusions, and impulses that whisper urgency or temptation. Without guidance, the heart may rush, the mind may scatter, and what seems courageous can become reckless. Mindfulness acts as the compass, steadying the seeker and revealing the distinction between true, righteous risk and impulsive choice. It is the quiet observation that turns chaos into clarity, hesitation into purpose. In the ancient Shaolin halls, novices were taught first to watch the mind itself. Thoughts were like passing clouds, emotions like shifting winds. To notice them without attachment was the beginning of discernment. Fear was acknowledged, but it was never allowed to dictate the step forward. Anger, doubt, or desire were observed as signals, not masters. In this way, action was always rooted in wisdom, not reaction. Mindfulness trains the inner eye to see what is essential. It teaches that a courageous act is not measured by the boldness of the gesture, but by the clarity behind it. Each breath becomes a guide, each heartbeat a measure of alignment. When the mind is fully aware, the body moves with intention, the spirit responds with precision, and decisions arise from insight rather than compulsion. Through consistent practice, mindfulness becomes second nature. It creates a space between impulse and choice, fear and action, doubt and resolve. In this space, the seeker discovers that courage is not the absence of fear, but the mastery of it. The warrior learns to act decisively, not because danger has disappeared, but because the inner compass points unerringly toward what is just and necessary. In this timeless discipline, risk becomes sacred, and every step taken in awareness strengthens the alignment of body, mind, and soul. True mastery arises when the heart, mind, and action move as one, each in quiet harmony with the other. The heart holds intention, pure and unwavering, like a flame burning steadily within. The mind offers strategy, insight, and clarity, mapping the path through complexity. Action translates both into reality, turning thought and feeling into tangible movement. When even one of these is out of balance, the result falters. Courage may become recklessness, wisdom may remain idle, or intention may dissolve into hesitation. In the teachings of the Shaolin tradition, apprentices spent years cultivating this harmony. A movement was never merely physical, it was the expression of inner alignment. Before a strike, there was awareness of breath, focus of mind, and commitment of spirit. Before a decision, there was reflection of intention, calculation of consequences, and readiness to act without delay. Each step, each gesture, each choice became a meditation, a demonstration of the seamless integration of being. This integration is not accidental, it is cultivated through discipline. Meditation trains the heart to remain steady under pressure. Study and contemplation sharpen the mind to discern the most righteous path. Repetition and practice strengthen the body to carry intention into action. Over time, the division between thinking, feeling, and doing begins to dissolve, and every choice becomes an expression of integrity, purpose, and alignment. When heart, mind, and action are in harmony, life itself responds. Challenges are met not with panic, but with insight. Opportunities are embraced, not with haste, but with clarity. Every step resonates with the quiet authority of someone grounded in principle, guided by wisdom, and empowered by focused energy. This is the essence of personal mastery, a life lived as a unified expression of courage, discernment, and purposeful action, where the inner world and outer movement exist as one seamless flow. There are moments in life when the path ahead is uncertain, And yet a quiet force seems to call, urging the seeker forward. Taking a righteous risk is not merely an act of courage. It is an invitation for divine alignment. When intention is pure and action flows from principle rather than desire, the universe itself responds, guiding steps, opening unseen doors, and strengthening resolve. The Shaolin masters taught that the body, mind, and spirit resonate with forces greater than themselves when they act in harmony with what is just and true. Faith, in this sense, is not passive belief, but an active trust in the unseen currents that shape reality. The warrior who steps forward for righteousness, even when danger whispers, aligns with these currents, drawing support not from chance, but from universal order. Each movement, each decision carries a subtle power, a resonance that ripples outward. This is the recognition that comes without fanfare, the quiet approval of the cosmos, the feeling that one is exactly where they are meant to be, even in the midst of uncertainty. God's pleasure, or divine favor, is never granted to actions born of ego, fear, or fleeting desire. It arises when integrity guides the heart, clarity guides the mind, and discipline guides the hand. The Shaolin understanding is that alignment with universal principles, balance, harmony, compassion, courage, is what invokes this subtle yet profound support. The seeker discovers that true faith is mirrored in every decision, that divine recognition follows naturally when actions reflect timeless wisdom rather than personal ambition. In these moments, risk transforms into sacred responsibility. The courage to act in accordance with higher principles becomes a bridge between the human and the divine. Every step taken with integrity strengthens not only the seeker's mastery, but also the connection to the greater forces that guide, protect, and reward those who walk the path of righteousness with unwavering faith. Before stepping into the unknown, discipline becomes the silent shield that guards the seeker. It is not visible like armor, nor does it announce itself, but its strength is felt in every steady breath, every deliberate step, every calm choice made in the face of uncertainty. The chosen ones who walk the path of righteousness are not carried by luck or impulse. They are carried by preparation, by the unwavering practice of mastery over body, mind, and spirit. In the halls of Shaolin, discipline was the foundation of every lesson. Before a strike could be precise, the body was trained with countless repetitions, each movement measured and perfected. Before wisdom could guide action, the mind was sharpened through meditation, reflection, and mindful observation of each thought and emotion. Patience was cultivated in silence, teaching the novice to wait, to endure discomfort, and to move only when clarity aligned with purpose. These routines were not simply exercises, they were the shaping of inner strength that would hold firm when the unpredictable arose. Discipline transforms preparation into readiness. It allows the heart to remain steady when fear appears, the mind to remain clear when chaos encroaches, and the body to respond instinctively when action is required. Through consistent practice, the chosen ones learn that uncertainty is not a threat, but a test of alignment between training and principle. When the moment comes to act, the shield of discipline is already in place. The seeker moves with confidence, not because the outcome is known, but because preparation has built a foundation strong enough to withstand the unknown. Every breath, every muscle, every thought has been tempered like steel in fire. In this ancient understanding, the ability to face danger and step forward for righteousness is never random. It is earned, nurtured, and protected by the quiet, unwavering power of disciplined preparation. The path of righteousness often leads to moments where outcomes are uncertain, and yet the Shaolin masters teach that true mastery is found not in controlling results, but in embracing them with calm detachment. Acceptance of consequences is the quiet art of allowing life to unfold, understanding that every action carries its own ripple, and that attachment to reward or recognition can cloud the clarity of intention. In the training halls, novices learn to move, strike, and decide with precision, yet they were taught to release the fruits of their labor. A carefully executed technique might succeed or fail. A compassionate choice might be honored or ignored, yet the focus remained on the integrity of the action itself. This practice cultivates a mind that does not waver with disappointment, a heart that does not swell with pride, and a spirit that remains centered regardless of external validation. Detachment does not mean apathy or resignation. It is a conscious choice to act from principle, knowing that attachment to outcome can distort judgment and invite fear or hesitation. By accepting consequences without resistance, the seeker strengthens resilience, sharpens discernment, and deepens alignment with higher purpose. Each moment of action becomes a meditation in integrity, a test of inner balance, and a reflection of mastery cultivated over years of disciplined practice. Through this teaching, courage is refined. The chosen ones learn that the worth of their deeds is measured not by success or reward, but by fidelity to what is just and true. Life may present challenges, setbacks, or unexpected turns, yet those who act from principle remain unshaken. Mastery, therefore, is not the accumulation of victories, but the ability to step forward with unwavering clarity, to honor the righteousness of one's choice, and to embrace the unfolding consequences with serene acceptance, knowing that the true power of action lies within, not in what follows. There is a quiet power in giving up what the world holds dear: time, comfort, safety, not for recognition, but for a higher purpose. In the Shaolin tradition, sacrifice was never seen as loss, but as a forge that tempered the spirit. Each moment willingly surrendered, each comfort left behind, built strength unseen, shaping the soul into a vessel capable of carrying wisdom, courage, and clarity. Monks and warriors understood that true mastery is never gifted. It is earned through discipline and the willingness to walk paths others avoid. Rising before dawn, enduring hunger, training tirelessly, and facing challenges with unwavering focus, these sacrifices, those subtle, awakened qualities that cannot be gained through ease or indulgence. They teach patience, resilience, and the ability to act with integrity even when the world offers no applause. The hidden power of sacrifice lies not in the hardship itself, but in how it purifies intent. When comfort is set aside, motives are tested, and the heart reveals whether actions come from ego or principle. By relinquishing the superficial, the seeker discovers what truly matters: the alignment of choice with purpose, the resonance of action with higher truth. Each sacrifice becomes a step on a path that elevates the life, guiding the individual toward greater awareness and inner freedom. In this way, sacrifice is both shield and key. It guards against distraction, anchors the spirit in discipline, and opens doors to insight that are closed to those unwilling to endure. The chosen ones learn that what is given up in the moment becomes a gain beyond measure. Clarity of intention, fortitude of character, and the subtle, enduring strength that allows one to move through life with courage, integrity, and the quiet authority of a soul in harmony with the path it has chosen. Every courageous act leaves a mark, not on the world alone, but on the soul itself. When one steps forward for righteousness, embracing risk with clarity and integrity, transformation quietly unfolds. The individual who chooses principle over comfort, truth over fear, begins to change from within. The heart grows steadier, the mind sharper, and the spirit more attuned to the subtle currents that guide life. Each moment of courage becomes a lesson etched into being, a reminder that mastery is not a destination but a journey of continual growth. The Shaolin masters teach that transformation is earned through deliberate action. It is in facing danger, uncertainty, or moral challenge that the seeker discovers the depth of their own strength. With every step taken despite fear, awareness expands. One begins to see patterns where before there was only chaos, to hear guidance where before there was only doubt, and to act with a calm authority that reflects alignment between intention, thought, and movement. Courage becomes a lens through which life itself is understood. This journey is gradual, like water shaping stone. Each righteous risk, each moment of integrity polishes the soul, bringing wisdom that cannot be taught through words alone. Divine favor or cosmic recognition follows naturally, not as reward but as resonance with the higher order of truth. The seeker learns that true mastery is reflected in resilience, discernment, and the ability to act rightly even when the outcome is unknown. Ultimately, transformation through courage teaches that the self is not fixed but fluid, capable of growth with each intentional choice. The chosen ones emerge not only braver but wiser, not only stronger but aligned with forces greater than themselves. Life itself becomes a teacher, and each courageous step forward deepens the awareness, wisdom, and subtle favor that guide the path of those who walk with unwavering principle. Every step taken for righteousness carries weight, yet it is in that weight that true strength is forged. Acting courageously requires presence, a mind attuned to the moment, a heart guided by principle, and discipline that prepares the body and spirit to move with clarity. These risks are never reckless. They are deliberate, conscious choices that honor a higher purpose, even when the path is uncertain. The chosen ones understand that integrity and courage are recognized by forces beyond the visible world. Each act rooted in righteousness resonates quietly but profoundly, aligning the individual with divine guidance and protection. Life tests the heart, yet those who act from truth find support, strength, and clarity in ways that cannot always be seen but are deeply felt. As you move through your own life, let this lesson guide you. Face challenges with calm presence, observe fear without allowing it to control you, and align every action with what is right and just. Every moment offers an opportunity to act from integrity, to transform courage into mastery, and to cultivate a deeper connection with the forces that honor those who walk this path. May each choice you make carry the quiet power of intention, the discipline of preparation, and the alignment of heart, mind, and action. Trust that the universe or God honors these steps, guiding and protecting those who step forward with unwavering principle. If this message resonates with you, join us on Shaolin Soulfire. Like, subscribe, and continue walking this path with us, where ancient wisdom meets daily life, and courage becomes the quiet force that shapes not only your journey but the world around you.